Hello everyone, welcome to Trains on Tuesday and my month-end report update for the Highland Valley Railway. Today's mug, the Cheshire Lines Railway, courtesy of my good friend Dave's Trains, a man who's been in my thoughts quite a bit this past month. Anyway, as we started off into the month, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I could have carried on over here in the town of Michelle, adding more details to it. There's a lot more to do, but I didn't. I did think about getting back to the main station platform over there, do a bit more of that. Didn't do that either. As we got into the month, I was enjoying running some trains here, and I ran into some frustration, some problems, and I thought, well, I'm going to tackle that. So I'll show you what I've been up to. So we've looked at this before, the workshop area, the train sheds. This is in the main downtown area. It's split into two. This being the inroad. So there's some on this side, one side of the inroad, some on the other side of the inroad, and it's occupying space here that it shouldn't be. This is my designated area for the Magic Pan Bakeries, which is a big building, and it can have a lot of industry into it. But in order to access this area here without compromising any of my yard tracks over here, I've been coming in. Well, let's take a look. We've got two engines here that have just come in, pulled into the yard, set off a train, and now they're off to the shop. So let's follow them in and see how it works. So they pull down there, almost to the end of the track, then we get this turn out here, and come in, and this is where we've been having a lot of troubles. And wouldn't you know it, today they made it just fine through there. We have a board here, chipboard, that is thicker than the plywood here adjacent to it, and I built it up with plaster. You can see the jagged finish of the plaster here, but still, as the trains run over this joint here, very often they derail, so that's a problem. Apart from which, it's just not prototypical. I didn't want to compromise the yard, but that's what I've decided I'm going to have to do. So January's work is all about that. Now there is my yard ladder down there. I only have 5 yard tracks, and they're all shorter than I would like. 5 yard tracks and 2 main lines. But to access the workshops from this end, I've decided to go with a double slip right here. I can get a double slip in there like that. So this end of it here then would get turnouts here, giving me access into the yard and the shops. That's going to actually give me quite a lot of shop track. It'll come right down to about here somewhere, about where the water tower is right now. And on the other end of it, through the double slip, I'm giving up on the idea of having a road along this edge of the layout. I'm not much into vehicle traffic on the layout anyway. Road traffic is implied rather than actually there. So in order not to lose my 5 tracks, I'm going to add another one in along beside it. Where did I put my turnout for that? Oh yes. So another turnout there. It means this this track here is going to be shorter at each end due to a turnout at each end, the double slip in this one. But then I can run a lead here, a lead track down this side, through the double slip and into the yard. So that's my work focus for January. Well, obviously I recorded the introduction before I'd started the work on this. So here we are now, month end. Let's take a look and see how things turned out. So here we have the new engine servicing facility coming off the yard ladder there through a double slip. It took quite a bit of work. I think I built it and tore it apart 3 times. I had to twist my way around the signal box here. As you can see, a little bit of curvature to the right and then a turnout and curvature to the left. I did want to have the signal box there. It is the most logical place for it. From there, people working in the tower have a clear view that way out over the passenger operations. Incoming freight out of the back, they've got a good view of the engine servicing facility. Through the front windows, well, they can watch the passenger go by. And out of the other side windows, they've got a good clear view of the entire yard, and in fact way on down the main lines to the switching for the intermodal and the refinery. So logical spot for that, so I had to twist my way around it. I've included in here sand operations here for sanding the locos, and I have a fuel tank there and a tanker truck or tanker car in at this moment in time. You might have noticed we got a little bit of visiting power here. Southern Pacific GP35. He's a long way from home. Heading up back this way, 3-way turnout there, and there's the double slip, and that loco is sitting on the old outside line, and there's a new outside line. A little bit of a wobble in it yet, but we've got a new line running there. Now that line is quite close to the edge of the boards, as is this line here. So there's an inherent danger there that things could get knocked off. So I'm going to be putting a retaining wall along the edge here. Just a short retaining wall to do that. One thing I've found by getting rid of the split yard as it was, 2 parts, getting it all into one, I'm finding I don't have quite enough room there for all the locos that I want to put in there. I could extend it down a little bit further this way, but I don't want to. What it might mean is that I got to find a new place to keep the crane. May have to find a new home for that. Not sure. Anyway, there it is. I've got to get used to using it. By the way, the numbered pieces of paper here, 55, that one is. That's my block numbers till I get used to them. Then I can take those out of there. So with that done, I've now turned my attention to where the other part of the yard was. I've reduced trackage in here, and I have laid out, I'm in the process of laying out, the bakery. EM Bakery equipment, that actually is, and I don't think I'll use that name on here. It's not going to be Magic Pan. But anyway, there are so many different ways you can organize the various components on here. That, for instance, could go there. The office could come down here or over here. There's so many different ways, but I think laying it out like this, can't remember how I had that way. Laying it out like this, the office will be there and it will be facing town. It'll be facing the main city, and I can put a road in, level crossing over 3 tracks to connect up to that road there running into the city. I can have one vehicle door here for trucks on the end of the building. I can have 2 railcar doors, allowing me 2 boxcars in here, and enough room down here for 2 tank cars for loading the hoppers, molasses and corn oil, that sort of thing. Anyway, that's where my attention is now, and so January has been another very productive month. Okay, at the start of the video I ran these 2 locos into the shops in the old way. So now let's see how the new way works. They've just come in off a train and they're heading in for servicing. There we go. There was one other thing I did. as part of this, and you'll see in the slides I did take a slide of this. I had right here a short right hand turnout, which resulted in quite a kink right here beside the signal box, quite a kink in the track running up into the yard lead. So I've replaced that with a Y turnout. It's really a medium length Y turnout, but it's the long Pico Y turnout, and that has really smoothed out the crossover and the run into the yard ladder. Okay everyone, that's a wrap on this one. Hope January's been good to you. We're off into February and shortly into spring. So take care everyone, and we'll see you again next week for more trains on Tuesday. Bye for now. Okay, for the introduction to this, I demonstrated taking these same two locos off of a train and running them into the shops. Oh, I got the wrong train there.